What's going on, gearheads? Welcome back to the channel. We got 2021 Chevy Blazer in the garage today doing a front brake job, so let's get into it. All right, we'll kick off with parts and tools to start. We're going with the Bosch Quiet Cast pads, semi-metallics, and the Bosch Quiet Cast rotors. It's a tried and true proven brake package I've done on a lot of vehicles. Pretty cost effective, and yeah, I think good value for your money there. All right, starting with tools, we got C-clamp to compress the caliper back, little pry bar flathead, T30 for the retaining bolt that holds the rotor onto the hub, 21 mil for the caliper bracket. We got a 12 mil for the slide pin bolts. Got some wire wheels and clean up the hub face before we put the rotor back on. Hanger for the caliper. We got some anti-seize, brake parts grease, shop towels, brake clean, and our lug socket here is already on the impact gun. So let's get into it. If you want to do it properly too, you're going to need some torque wrenches, a 3/8 and a half. So 96 foot-pounds on the bracket that mounts, and then 26 foot-pounds on the caliper bracket, or the caliper slide pin bolts. All right, car is already up on the lift. I already did the passenger side, so we're just moving over to the driver's side. It's going to be the same on both, so it doesn't really matter which video you watch. If you're going to get into this, just check this out. It's easier to see for me and film on the driver's side. So let's do a little tutorial video on how to replace the front brake pads and rotor. 2021 Chevy Blazer. Let's do it. See if my other gun can hit harder. Alright, I guess this one's got a little more ugga-duggus. Alright, we got a little bit of light. It's still a little dark, but that's okay. Gonna go ahead and use the 12 to pop these off. Usually not very tight. Flex head helps get in a little easier on these, especially when you want a little bit more leverage via a short little ratchet. We're just going to create a little space here so we can kind of be able to push this caliper out. Right now it's a little tight, so just going to make a little space between the piston and the pad, so then we create a space there. So now we'll come off. There we go. There we go. Bam. Now that's out of the way. We'll get our 21 on the bigger half drive ratchet. We'll bust these two bolts back here that hold the bracket to the hub assembly. These normally have Loctite on them, so you're gonna have to work them the whole way out. It's not like you could break it free and just spin it out with your finger. And same thing up here on this next top one. There we go. Definitely gonna want some leverage. Or if you got a wobble 21 impact socket, they'll fit on your gun. That's probably the easier way to do it. Probably should invest in a set of those sockets. Alrighty. We manipulated time here for you guys. Skip the slow process of watching me back these out all the way. So we'll pull these bolts and the bracket out, put this on the workbench. We gotta hope this little screw is gonna come out with our little baby ugga-dugga machine. T30 on here. Oh yeah, got lucky on that one, that's nice. And our rotor's off. So we're going to have a little bit of cleanup work to do here. We want to remove all this rust, especially on this hub and on this face here, before we mount the new rotor. That way it's flat, doesn't offset or create any type of wobble in the rotor or wobble in the wheel. So we're going to clean that up, and I normally put some anti-seize on here just for the future person that's got to do that job. They'll appreciate that. right, welcome to the workbench, or the top of my toolbox, I guess. So now let's dive into this. We got our bolts here. Move that out of the way. These will just pop in like so. Plenty of meat still on the pad, but we had really bad ridges and grooves in the rotor, as well as it was transferring to the pads, you could see. So that's why we're doing these. Next up, we got to pop our clips and stuff off. So we're going to replace all that. Sometimes I get myself mixed up with the direction on these, so I like to just lay them out in the position that they came from. Same thing with like the pads, so that way you just have a visual reference when you're mocking up the new hardware. You don't put one of these in the wrong side and then the springs on the wrong side, so just helps out with that. Then next we're gonna hit this with the wire brush, clean up those contact points. All right, that's perfect. We don't need to get any crazier than that. Okay, hardware's up next, so you'll see what I mean. We match up our hardware. Well, probably too far for you to see, but see, this would be opposite. So that's why we got to be careful, and I like laying everything out first. So this one matches there, and also on that side, this one for here, and that one for there. So that way we have everything matched up. Let's do a little zoom on there for you. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and push these in. Make sure we get them fully seated in there. Sometimes you gotta favor one side and then push and bend it over just to get that clipped in right. Okay, nice. So you can see here, that's all set up. With the new ones, I do like to put just a little dab of grease in here where they slide and ride. And then we're gonna match our pads up. So we'll see there's no tang on that one. So that one's gonna go on this side. Okay. This one, see, has the little tang on it, so we'll slide that one in there. That one there. There we go. Just gonna pop these out, and we're gonna re-grease, clean them up. Let me get some paper towel quick. Just a quick wipe down. You could go as far as replacing these boots. These are pretty still pretty flexible. They're not dry rotted or cracked or nothing, so they're probably okay to reuse. And you could clean this bore out with like a little drill brush, but this is the first service on this one. I don't think that's necessary at this time. The car only has 50,000 miles on it, so I think we're okay with just re-greasing our slide pins. And then maybe at the next service you'd want to take this all apart, clean that whole bore out there, and then put new grease in. But I think for what we're doing today, this will be fine. We'll clean that off. Oh, a little bit more grease. There we go. Pop it in, get that boot seated, then just make sure they're not sticking. All right, now we're ready to put this back in the car. All right, we'll get you from the other side this time. Next up, we got to push these pistons back in on the caliper. You could get the special tool for it. I like to just use a old brake pad. This is basically just put it against it. Probably need a third hand to be able to do this. Maybe the tool would help you do it by yourself, but we'll make it happen. Put that in here and basically just tighten up until you push those pistons back in. I did already open up the hood and remove the cap on the brake reservoir. So that's the step you want to do before you do this. There we go. All right, they're all compressed. Pull our C-clamp out or pad out. Okay, now we're ready to put this back in. Keep the pads aligned, don't let those fall out, and then we're going to come back here with our 2 bolts, fit those in to I don't know if you'd call this part the hub or technically part of the steering knuckle, but that's alright, you guys get what we're talking about here. Alright, now we'll tighten it up with the big ratchet and then we'll torque it to spec.